Oh boy, this will be a good one. But before we dive into this mess, hi, I am Savino, and welcome to the Flying Kick channel. So, instead of doing my traditional review here with all the segments about story, gameplay, sounds, etc., I will cut straight to the chase because there's no other way to put it. This game is a mess. From start to finish, this game is a huge mess. It's currently Wednesday, hours from the release of this video, and after deleting 2 scripts, I am finally with the version of the game that you guys can buy right now because some stuff was updated in the build minutes ago. As you can imagine, this is not a good sign. The game is in fact a very nice production. There's a work of love here, the story is cool and fun with some pretty nice animations before... Well, I suppose they appear before each level, but as you can see here, the cutscenes will play when they want, not when they have to. To give you guys an idea, I was just able to watch the intro when I was recording this bit, and by pure chance, it played. In one of my deleted reviews, I criticized the game for the complete absence of any story, but they updated it, and here we are with cutscenes that sometimes play and sometimes not. I don't know. Maybe when you start this game, if you buy it at your own risk, it was updated again and now it's fixed. I can't know for sure. I think the only things that are properly working here are the graphics and the soundtrack. The graphics are pretty good, I like the backgrounds very much, although they are pretty similar to games like Shredder's Revenge and now the recently released Karate Kid. I mean, they are a new trend in beat-em up. The upcoming Power Rangers also adopted a similar style, but this is a very nice style, colorful and detailed. There are some nice reflections on the floor and glasses around you. It's all pretty well made. The backgrounds are also pretty varied since you will be visiting a ton of different places in the game's 12 levels. The characters are also very good. They remind me a lot of the toys I had when I was a kid, and while I think the art could have used better shading, I don't think they necessarily look bad. I mean, I saw some people saying the characters looked something like from the SNES, and I still don't know if they are fans or haters. Probably fans. I mean, have you seen the games on that console? Now, one thing that I don't like here is the animation. While I think they fit this whole 16-bit aesthetics of the game, some of them are pretty bad. They could use more frames to smooth out some of the moves, but yeah, that was not the case and that's how the end result looks. A bit disappointing. The sounds are pretty good, the music is excellent and very fitting for a G.I. Joe game, and yes, they sound like a Super Nintendo game and this is also pretty cool. Actually, the game feels a lot like a 16-bit game, but with impossibly large levels for those machines and an amount of enemies impossible to fit on a 32 mega cart. But yeah, enough of that. I guess you all are here to see how the game plays and yeah, I need to tell a tale. Some of you know that I was somewhat involved with this game. Unfortunately, thanks to a 3-year NDA I signed, I can't disclose everything that went on, but I can speak about things that weren't discussed under this NDA. So, I don't know what happened to the game. I was in charge of helping with the enemies' behavior and preparing the level layout, setting up the waves of enemies that would appear for the players. What I can say is that some of the AI is here. I mean, the enemies don't walk in your direction in a straight line anymore, but what is here is an unfinished model we were developing and was cut short. Why it was cut short? I have no idea. The level layout also wasn't implemented. I had set up some very nice waves for the game, making the best use possible of each enemy, but as you guys can see, the game ended up with these huge waves of clones that are not only boring to fight against, but can also be fatal to the player. I mean, if you get trapped between these guys, you're done for. There are also a ton of suggestions I made to make these robots, tanks and laser guns challenging that weren't implemented. Again, I have no idea why. The combat was... what's the word? I want to say improved, but that's an exaggeration. They added one extra combo besides the basic one. There were talks about adding more stuff to the combat, but unfortunately, they didn't add. Even the stun lock, which at some point has been removed, is back in the game. But even if the combat was improved with this enemy spawn, no good combat can save this game. I mean, Look at this. All waves are mainly armies of clones. They're these squads that are... I don't even know what to say. I mean, it's not impossible to make them an interesting enemy, but here they are an incredibly annoyance with no well-defined hurt box. It's a mess. And don't even start me with the bosses, which are the biggest waste of a good fight I ever seen. I mean, look at this, there's no challenge, you just walk around chasing them, hit them a couple of times before they attack, and wait to do the same thing again and again and again. The bottom line is, in the current state, I don't think this game is worth grabbing. It's broken, it's boring, the challenge is absent or is extremely unfair. I forgot to talk about the characters, but what can I say? They are here, but they are not balanced at all. I mean, get snake eyes and you can hit all enemies easily from afar and very quickly. The game offers a few extra modes like arcade mode and a boss rush, but why would you want to try the boss rush is beyond me. There are also some modifiers and a couple of extra characters, and to unlock them you have to collect these floppies around the level that the enemies will drop when you kill them, but as you can see here, I didn't even bother. To be honest, I didn't even finish this build because, well, this is unbearable to play. But there's a silver line here. Look, I can't say yet, this time not due to an NDA, but because I promised to the dev, but there's something huge about this game coming in the next weeks. Something that can really change and improve this game, making it the game it deserves to be. I'm not saying for you to get this game, oh no, at this current state this is not a game to play, but if you're a fan of the franchise, keep your hopes up, because if everything goes well, it will be huge. But despite the cute graphics, the awesome soundtrack and the nice homage to the 16-bit arcades, unfortunately G.I. Joe is the most broken game I played in a while. Even more than Willy's Wonderland, and that says a lot. It's a shame that such cool IP ended up in this state, and I was hoping for something way better, but alas, it's not. Of course, I'm not recommending this game, but I will return to it with a new video here, if what the developer is planning really works out. But while this doesn't happen, stay away and save yourself some money. And that's it for the review. No, this was not a review, this was more a disclaimer or a PSA if you will, but yeah, I will be back pretty soon with the review of an awesome game that is complete and not broken. Can you imagine that? Amazing! And in the meanwhile, I hope you all have an awesome day, and remember, keep it up.